sitting down in like a yellow chair in Spanish class, and I like sit back up and there's blood everywhere, and I was like, Hi everyone, I'm Charlize Chu. Welcome to my channel. Today's video is one that was surprisingly highly requested. I honestly didn't expect people to want me to do like a sit-down girl talk video. That's what we're gonna be doing today. I'm gonna get personal, I'm gonna get juicy. Some of the things I do talk about in this video don't always have to pertain to women too. It could also pertain to just anyone. So if you just want to listen and have a good time, talk face to face, you know, like very personal as if we're at a slumber party, then let's get into it. I asked you guys on Instagram to tell me what I should talk about. I picked out like the most requested topics to talk about and put them in a list. Let me run through our agenda for you today. First, we're gonna talk about insecurities, getting juicy. Oh my gosh, maybe I shouldn't joke during this video, but I don't know how to handle things when I'm not being like sarcastic. Then we're gonna talk about body issues and how to get your confidence back up, you know. And then we're gonna talk about shaving, which honestly surprised me. I didn't expect so many people to want to like talk about shaving. We're gonna talk about some periods. I do have some embarrassing period stories for sure about wearing bras and then dealing with stress. Finally, we're gonna get into the dating life. It's gonna get crazy. Okay, so insecurities, we all have them. I feel like insecurities is built up by society and experiencing things, because I think me personally, I became insecure because I heard other people around me talk about themselves in a negative way, and it made me really think about myself in that way too, you know? I was on a volleyball team my freshman year, and you know that one Mean Girls scene? If you've seen Mean Girls, that one scene where the girls would talk about how wide their shoulders are and just like everything, like that was literally my experience in volleyball. I was so confused. I was like, I didn't understand why this was so important. All these girls were talking about it, and then it made me self-conscious about my own body, and that's where my insecurities I think started from. My personal insecurities, I am less insecure about my looks and more insecure about the things that I do and like my personality, if that makes sense. I don't think that I have a bad personality, but I think sometimes I just get very paranoid that like I am leaving a bad impression. I'm so worried about that first impression and like making myself really nervous, so I don't really talk when I meet people, you know? I'm always paranoid that people don't like me. I always felt like I didn't fit in to a certain group in high school, which obviously you don't need to be in a certain group. It always made me like really insecure, like when I met people and like those people all listened to, I don't know, Brockhampton or something. I forced myself to listen to Brockhampton. I literally have a playlist on my Spotify, and I'm not saying that I don't like those artists, but it's not like something I would choose to listen to on my own, you know? I forced myself to listen to them because other people listen to them. I don't even think I have a bad personality. I just like am so paranoid that people don't like my personality. I used to be very insecure about my body. It's gotten a lot better. I don't think it's 100% like the way I want it to be. My 2021 resolution was to just really love myself and my body and everything. I'm doing pretty well so far, but it's definitely still a process. Body positivity and everything is such a slow but progressive thing that you need to work towards. And I do not recommend calorie counting at all. I did do that once. The reason why I did it was because I was like, oh, this is safe, because a lot of influencers I was watching at that time, when they talked about how they worked out and lost weight and lost body fat, was calorie counting. So that's what I did, and I did that on top of working out a lot. Even if you do lose fat from it, it's not healthy. It's not a healthy way to lose fat. By the way, I didn't even lose fat from it. I'm pretty sure I had more fat back then when I was calorie counting than now. I would be so hungry at night, but then I was like, I can't go past this number, so I can't eat anything, you know? And it's so stressful too, like counting every single calorie and like worrying about the calories in every single thing you eat. You gotta love your body. Every country, every place in this world has a different body standard, so there's really no point in changing your body for one certain standard because it's different everywhere else. So just love your body. I was definitely not that confident in high school. Everyone thought I was really confident. Like literally everyone around me thought I was like the most confident person ever. And the reason why was because I literally faked it. I always say this, but fake it till you make it. No matter how bad you think you look that day or whatever, you gotta talk yourself up. All that positive energy will reflect on you. I genuinely believe having self-confidence makes you 50 times more attractive. Like you don't even have to change anything about yourself. And I think the reason how I became like a lot more confident was because just getting out of high school and like not having to worry about anything and anyone. I think one of my biggest challenges was because I always cared so much about what people said. To anyone in high school right now or in school right now, I just really recommend just trying to let that go, because that was my biggest like setback in high school, was always just worrying about what other people thought and just doing things to please other people rather than myself. A lot of people wanted me to talk about this topic. I understand because summer's coming up, you know, gotta shave the places. But honestly, I don't really shave. I wax. By the way, you don't have to shave if you're a girl. If you don't want to shave, then don't do it. I do it because I have a lot of hair and it itches. I know people's biggest problems is the bumps that you get after you shave and like how to get rid of those. Honestly, I don't even know if there's like a way to shave your armpits and everything and make it like baby smooth, you know. I genuinely I don't know. If it's possible, someone comment it below. That's why I wax, and I definitely recommend waxing. This is the wax I use, the Sally Hansen one. This is like the face one, but they also have body ones, and I use those to wax my armpits. I get the other places done professionally. I don't do that myself. And it takes longer for your hair to grow back, because I feel like when I shave, my hair grows back in like a day, literally a day. It doesn't even, I mean, it does hurt, but like not that bad. I've gotten used to it. I was not allowed to shave for the longest time. My mom like did not allow me to shave. I think the main reason why she didn't want me to shave is because she was so scared that I was gonna cut myself. I think I didn't start shaving my legs until high school. I remember when I got my period, like it was yesterday. I was in 6th grade, literally like the beginning of my 6th grade year. I was about to leave my house and I just felt something funny. I was like, something don't feel right. Let me know in the comments if anyone like knew that they had their period. Because even though like I've never had my period before, that moment I was like, it's time. I knew, even though I never had my period before. That's kind of crazy to me. But then I ran to my bathroom because I was like, oh my gosh, please don't be my period, please don't be my period. And then I got my period and I cried. For good reason, because my period is so bad. I get it like twice a month, and then sometimes it'll just like sporadically appear. Like it won't even be a week, it'll just be like a day. And it'll like sporadically be like, hey, just popping in to remind you that you have your period. I went to the doctors to check it out. She said there's nothing wrong with me, and I probably will go on birth control pills soon to regulate it. And my flow is so heavy. Let me just show you the pad I have to use at night. This is so embarrassing. I get the Always Maxi 2 times plus size 10-hour leak protection. Like, look how thick that is. You probably can't tell through the camera, but it is so thick. I remember one time I told my friend, I was like, hey, I don't have a pad, I need a pad. She was like, okay, I have a thick one for you. I have a thick one. It was like this thin. That's my thin one. That's like when I'm almost done with the week, you know? I remember I did leak in school once, like really badly. And it was so weird too though. Like I don't know how it happened, because I had changed my tampon like literally an hour before, and I was sitting down in like a yellow chair in Spanish class, and then I like sit back up and there's blood everywhere, and I was like, You shouldn't be embarrassed about leakage. There's really no way to really prevent leakage, to be honest. If you have heavy flow, you have heavy flow. Like, I guess unless maybe if you wear those like pad diapers, I don't know, but there's really no way to stop it. I also have really bad cramps, because with really bad flow, you also have really bad cramps. I always just take ibuprofen and it helps. One time I threw up though, because my period cramp was so bad. Like I literally threw chunks everywhere. This topic, not wearing your bra, I feel like I am very passionate about it. I strongly hate bras. I don't see the purpose of them, especially because I'm someone who doesn't really have some big tatas. I really don't feel like I need them. Even as a kid, I was very confused about the concept of like boobs. I was confused of like, why the part of the boob that girls were like not supposed to show was the nipples when guys also have nipples, you know? Bras are just so uncomfortable. You have to wear different types of bras for different types of shirts. Like if an open back shirt, you have to wear like a sticky boob, you know? Just don't wear a bra. A lot of people asked how I deal with everything, like making videos in Instagram and doing school. The honest truth is I don't know how I'm doing it. What I do now, and I think one of the biggest like beneficial things, is keeping a schedule for myself. I personally don't use planners. I never like write in my planners, but what I do like to use is calendars or just writing in my notes on my phone what I need to do every day. Making that schedule for yourself really helps you balance things out. You'll like get used to it, especially with school. Like I know how long a schoolwork usually takes me, and I know how long filming a video usually takes me, you know, so I think over time I've gotten used to it. I'm taking a lot more classes this second semester than I did my first semester, so the beginning of this first semester was really rough. I think I do have a video on my camera roll of me just like being like, guys, this is so stressful. We don't talk about how much stress content creators are put under. Is literally insanity, mental insanity. But also making sure that you are giving yourself at least one free day throughout the week. I will give myself a day to just do nothing and not do any homework, walking in the park, playing my guitar. Don't overwork yourself, and also don't be hard on yourself if you don't get something done. If I've been working on something all day and it's like nighttime, I'm not gonna work on it past 12 a.m. I'm just gonna do it the next day. Whatever happens, happens. I'm a very optimistic person. Finally, we're gonna talk about dating. Oh my gosh. A lot of you guys asked to talk about being worried about being inexperienced. I know one of the biggest pressures, especially when you're in high school, is, oh my gosh, I feel like everyone around me has done so much and I haven't, and what if one day I am about to do something but I'm like so inexperienced, like that's so embarrassing. I can assure you that there are probably more or the same amount of people who are inexperienced as there is experienced people, you know? You just hear so much about people who are experienced because they have things to talk about, because inexperienced people aren't just gonna come out and be like, yeah, I'm inexperienced. So it's okay to be inexperienced. If you're not ready, you're not ready. Don't do something just because you feel like you need to get the experience in. And also, like, it's okay to not date in high school. I think the environment you're in really affects your mindset, and I think like in high school, because everyone was in a relationship and like with homecoming dances and asking people to those things, like you just felt like you needed to be in a relationship, and I definitely did feel that at times in high school. But then once I got out of high school, I'm like, I don't want to be in a relationship. I'm sorry, I'm too busy for one anyways, but like I just like don't have the desire to be in one after high school. So I really think the biggest reason why in high school I wanted to be in one so badly at times was because the people around you were in one, you know, and you just kind of wanted to be in that crowd. I don't recommend seeking a relationship because you want a relationship or because you want someone to like you, because I think a lot of times we like to look for relationships to fill that love that we don't have for ourselves. You should prioritize your personal self before you try to get into a relationship. I personally have never had a boyfriend. I was never allowed to have a boyfriend technically. I've been on a few dates, but nothing happened. Like we just went out to get food or something. It made me realize that the bar is very low. I remember I went on a date with this guy. He picked me up at my house and like he came to my door. He opened the door for me. He paid for my date. I was like, wow. Picking you up at your door instead of just texting you. Like that should be the standard, not the high standard. That is the standard, you know? I haven't even been on that many dates though, like dates. I went on 2 dates, like 2 actual dates. I went to go watch Moana freshman year. And then the other date was like a bowling alley and it was like $40 and he paid for me, and I was like, those are like the only dates I've ever been on in high school. I mean, if you want to come to me for dating advice, sure. But also, I'm like also inexperienced. I've been literally single for all my life and it's fine. Like I'm fine with it. I remember in high school, I was very embarrassed about it, and I was very embarrassed to tell people like I haven't had my first kiss or like whatever. That's kind of good because no one can be like, I kissed Charlie's chew, because nope. None of you guys can say that. But yeah, that was my girl talk video. I hope you guys liked it. If you guys like these types of videos, please let me know. And if you have any other suggestions of what you want to see me do next, comment below. Please like, comment, and subscribe. That would mean the world to me. I love and support you all, and you'll see me next week.